Love and peace and happiness. Welcome back. I just did a Spanish one and so many of you were trying to get in on the Spanish, so I figured I'd go live again in English. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. All right. And the confirmation of the phone going off as soon as I went live is like, yes, girl, yes, is what you're supposed to do. So let's see what's going on with the shadows. Let's go into the heart's hidden secrets and find out what is the energy in the tarot and the shadows message for us tonight. This one's gonna be all the way in English. If it says Espanol, I'm not gonna speak to you in English. I'm only speaking Spanish on the ones that say en Espanol. Okay, so if it doesn't say Espanol, then it's gonna be in English, just so that you know. I'm not ignoring you. I just don't speak English on that channel. I probably responded to you anyways in Spanish though. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence, for the growth on our channel, for you holding down these vibes wherever you are in the world. Okay, let's see. I was just, here getting ready to lay it down, but I was like, I want to record. So here we are. Let's see what we have for you at this time. Whenever you find this message by divine design, what's going on in the shadows? What do you have? What do you have? This is what you have. Let me see. What do you have? What you have is obscurity. Oh, secrets, mysteries concealing. You're hidden. You're veiled. You're cloaked. Okay, you're cloaked. I heard you're cloaked. You like it like that? Yeah, you're cloaked in this energy. You're hiding. Who are you hiding from? What? Why you wanna be hidden? Because you're hoping for something. You're manifesting something, honey. You're building something. You're like, I need all my attention to go to this thing that I'm working on. I don't need no distractions right now. Okay. So what are you doing? You're in silence. Yeah, you're like, I'm not telling nobody what I'm doing. That's my business. I heard that's my business. Okay. How you feeling while you're doing all this? You're feeling like, I'm busy. I got a goal. I got to get this touchdown. Okay. So what you're communicating in this energy? Oh, you're talking about problem. You're trying to address a problem. You're looking for a solution to a problem. Okay. All right. And you're like, nah, all the problems got to stay out there. That's why I've been by myself. That's why I've been in silence. That's why I've been by myself in this sunflower field over here. Okay, you just want to be happy. And so you're trying to be on your own. Well, what do you know? You know that you have a lot of memories, and a lot of those could be coming up while you're busy materializing what you're materializing for yourself, for your future. What are you going to learn? Your intuition was right. Your intuition was right, okay? You had an inner knowing that being on your own, being in silence, being in your meditative state, okay? Finding your own internal peace was going to be significant. You were absolutely right in this. Like, absolutely right. The bottom of the deck is chemistry. So you're like, okay, that just changed the whole message, because as soon as I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I'll stay single until I got the right mix, the right formula showing up. Yeah, that's the vibes that I'm seeing here. So let's get into the tarot and see some more what spirit will show us in this shadows energy for you. What's the message? Most important messages for you in this Tarot in the Shadows episode. All right. Now we'll just take it from the palm. Okay. Yeah, I just see like there's certain people you don't want to see. There's certain, it's like you've had a lot of experiences, and so you know what you want to get away from, and you're like, I don't want those experiences anymore. Nine of Pentacles. I just want to be independent. I want to be on my own. I don't want to be bothered with the BS. I don't want to be bothered with the BS. Yeah. So you're busy building your business, taking care of your health, baby. You've been taking care of your health. You've been taking care of your wealth. You've been taking care of your soul. You've been addressing anything in you that it's because it's like I'm hearing you've been on a soul investigation to find out, why have you attracted so many different ones that you just really want to get the fuck away from? You're like, and what is this part of me that's attracting this? So that's one of the things. And why? Because you know that there's something better for you. You can feel it. You believe in it. You have hope in it. And you're just like, no, I am focused on building up what I want to live in my life, of building my preferred experience. And I know that I have to be an energetic match to that preferred experience. Yeah. And so let me see what you're doing in this. What you're doing is you're trusting in your intuition and you're going ghost. This is like somebody who's decided, I'm going to disappear, and then when I come back, y'all going to find out. Okay, you're going to find out. It's like, I'm not going to sit up in this energy like this and show the world what I'm doing. It's like you're keeping information to yourself. You're not talking, you're not posting, you're not sharing, you're keeping it private. I heard between you and God is the best place for it to be anyways. So let me see what you're feeling in this. The devil. You're feeling your triggers. You're feeling the deep-seated emotions that have kept you in a cycle that you're ready to break this shit. Like you're ready for some new stuff. You're like, I know what I want and I really fucking want it. And you know that you need to deal with anything that restricts you from having it. You're confronting your fears. You're confronting anywhere where your ego is a problem. You're confronting anywhere where you have toxic behaviors, where you feel like you have to have a specific someone or something. Okay, you're confronting your fears of being wealthy. You're confronting your fears of being healthy. You're confronting your fears of being loved. Okay, there's something here in that where you're confronting the fears of being loved, because you feel like you've just been chasing after love and it's not getting you no fucking where you want to be. So you're like, why do I keep chasing after this love like this? And you're like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna be by myself and I'm gonna deal with it. And so that's what you're feeling. You're feeling the fears, you're feeling the isolation, you're feeling all these emotions that are coming up as you're doing things differently, right? Because there's been some problems, right? And you're just like, and these problems keep coming around and around and around. It's like this repetitive process has gotten exhausting. You're done with it. You don't want to do that no more. And so, you know, you got to overcome those fears. You got to overcome the ego issues. You got to overcome the places where you don't feel worthy or deserving. You got to overcome everything in you that's not in alignment with that, what you want, whether it's a relationship or the financial status or whatever it is. You got to overcome all that, you know, and you know that. And you, some of you specifically, this is like very much related to your past that you got to overcome. You know, it's almost like you kind of got this idea like the best days are past you, and you're trying to like, that can't be true. That can't be true for me. You're like, I gotta do something about this. So you're addressing it now, right? Eight of Cups. Intuitively, no, it's like your intuition has told you, like, baby, this is what you got to do if you want to have that. You're gonna have to address all this stuff from the past, all these fears and limitations that you have, all these egotistical desires that you've been feeding. You need to address all that. Temperance. This is so you can switch things up and get something better for yourself. That's what you're up to in this. I love that for you. And it's a very empowering decision that you've made. You're not choosing to repeat the same old thing. You're choosing to do things differently now. So this is all the handmade oracle cards. Actually, it looks like I'm missing some. They're probably on my desk. This is most of the handmade oracle cards, because this thing is literally like full from end to end, and I see I have a big gap here. But I'm not gonna shuffle them. I'm just gonna feel my way through. Let's see what else Spirit wants to say to you about this situation. Okay. This one right here. Longing. Yes. See, you've been wanting something. And it's almost like you're like, I gotta get to myself. I gotta be alone so that I can go ahead and get that what I've been wanting. You're like, I can't, yeah, anywhere where it's like, okay, where this is related to your finances. You just feel like the people that you've been around, you've been irresponsible financially, and so that's affected the finances, and you're like, never mind, I'm just going to stop doing all that. I heard I'm going to stop trying to keep up with my friends. I'm going to stop trying to splurge and go to every concert and show and everything they want to do. I'm going to get my finances in order. Anywhere where you've been in the wrong relationships, you're like, yeah, How can I have a partner that actually is the type of partner that I want if I'm in these relationships? I'm literally taking up that space in my life with someone I don't want, that I don't feel attracted to, that doesn't even treat me well, or doesn't even, like, they're not my friend. So how could they actually be my lover? If you can't even befriend me, how can you be my lover? Okay, if you can't be my friend, how can you love me? I don't want that. And so you're like, you know what? I'm quitting. I'm leaving this situation. I'm leaving this shit in the dust. And you know what? I'm gonna go be by myself. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna get to myself, and I'm gonna figure this out. Let me see some more. Pure love. This is what you want. You want pure love. Somebody that you can build with. Somebody who's stable. Somebody who knows what they want. Somebody who brings a nurturing, loving, kind energy that you can last with. You want somebody who can walk in the sunflower garden with you and bring happiness, not a fight, not a problem, right? This is what you want. This is what you're choosing for yourself, right? You want pure love. That's your choice. And you're like, listen, how can I have pure love if I don't even purely align with that? You realize, like, you have to align with the pure love in order to have the pure love. So what are you doing? Freedom from discrimination. You're trying to address a situation where you feel like the relationships you had are very, I'm hearing one-sided, very biased, okay? You realizing, like, people been very critical of what you do or who you are or how you are, and you're like, I don't need to deal with all that. Like, you don't even like me, so why would I put up with listening to what you got to say? Like, I don't need people who don't value me feeding my insecurities, my doubts, and my fears. You're like, I don't have to stay here. Okay, so you go ghost. Yeah, you disappear. You go ghost. I heard radio silence. You're not talking to them no more. Anybody that was critical of you, very criticizing, very, very harsh in their communication with you, anybody that couldn't even hear you out or hear your perspective or try to understand you, you're just like, I can't, okay? You're just like, I can't. Let me see what else we have. How you feeling? Awestruck. You're feeling wow right now, because you're finding what you didn't even realize at one point, that you feel so much better in your own energy than you do surrounded by whoever the heck you have been surrounded with before. You're surprised at how fast you make a financial recuperation when you're not trying to keep up with your friends and all the shit that they want to do. I heard because the way your life is set up is a lot different than the way their life is set up. Like, for example, they might be the friend who lives at a very low-end location and you live in a very luxurious neighborhood. They might be the friend who don't have children and other responsibilities, you know, and has 3 roommates to help split all the bills. And so, of course, they have extra money to go throw at the bar or the casino or the club or some chasing booty or whatever it is. But you're like, my life is not set up like that. My priorities is a little bit different. You know, maybe you too have a house rent and a business rent and a house power bill and a business power bill. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, you set up differently than they are. And then with this, it's like, when you stop feeding somebody else's desires and needs that they were trying to get out of you, you're surprised at how beautiful your life becomes when you start giving it to yourself instead of looking for them to give it to you and then giving them everything you got, and then you end up with nothing because you gave all yours away to them and they ain't giving you nothing. They're not giving you the passion, the romance, the favors, the gifts, the kindness, the gestures. You gave all yours to that person. Now you ain't giving it to that person, and guess what? Wow, it's nice around here. Because instead of treating them to flowers and massage and dinner, you treating yourself to a better flower, massage, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? Okay, whatever that's about. Let me see some more. You're like, I'm so proud of myself. I saw the problem repeating itself. It's like you're so excited because you finally found the pattern. I heard you finally figured out where you're the common denominator. Look at that. And now things can really change. Okay. So let's see what you know. Mentalism. The universe is mind. And so you're getting your head right. Like, your head is finally focused on you. And so now You know, all of a sudden people want to text you or they want to try to invite you, and you're like, oh, I'm actually busy. And the only thing you're busy doing is lavishing your energy on yourself. And because you're focused on you, you start attracting all these other energies that are focused on you too. Let me see, what are you going to learn in this? Ah, you're going to learn love. I love it. This one wants to come out too. Oh, yeah. You're going to learn love in this. But this card is cool because it says too much time in the roses and you can't smell them anymore. You're also going to learn that distance makes the heart grow fonder. Like, you're going to learn that people need time to miss you, because when you so close to them and you around them all the time, then they forget the privilege of your presence. They forget what you're bringing to the table because it just becomes the normal. It's like when you first get that fancy new car, you're so excited. You keep it perfectly clean. You don't just let anybody in there. Oh, hell no. I'm not taking the dog in the car. No, your dog has to stay or you can't go, type of thing, right? But 2 years into it, and so many people, it's just the car is trash. They don't care no more. They forgot how much they wanted it at one point, and so now they just don't treat it the same. And this is a sad fact, but a lot of people are the same way with people. Like, there's, when they first met you and you were so thoughtful and kind in your gestures, and considerate in your ways. Oh, it was such a big deal, but then they got so used to it that it became an expectation and it became routine, and they did not appreciate the value of what you had to offer. And so you're like, well, you know what? I think I just need to disappear. I'm going ghost. And so that's what I see happening in this situation. I don't feel like we're finished, though. I feel like we need some more cards. So let me get another deck popping. I have some more decks sitting here. I do want to do another spread. I just see me doing a Celtic spread right on the top of this, just to see what else will Spirit reveal for you. So thankful and grateful for all you do, for all you are, for all you be. And, I can only do that for you because I can see that for me. And that's kind of the energy in this reading. It's like, I can only give you what I am, right? And if I can't be that for myself, how can I honestly be that for someone else? Is also the vibe. Let's see, what is the message here, please and thank you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. This is what we have. 9 of Cups. I love this because this is talking about you. You're in emotional independence. You're in, I'm the reason I'm happy. I love my life. Everything is beautiful around here, okay? You're in, I don't need anyone to make me happy. I have all that I want. I can take care of myself vibes. I love that. Let's see what else they're going to give us. The Hermit. But the thing is, while you're doing this, it's like when you're by yourself, it's like, yeah, you're just spending a lot of time by yourself, okay? For some of you, there's a Virgo that you're interacting with, okay? And that could be some of this story that we've already seen. But in reality, I really see this like you are spending a lot of time by yourself, okay? If you want to ask your personal question, Melissa, go pay for it, honey. The information is below the video, and you could get your personal answer. Or hang out to the end when we do a yes or no, if that's what Spirit decides we're going to do. But anyways, we're doing a general reading right now, so please stop being distracting and disruptive. That's just so rude. Be polite. Be considerate. This is the love and peace and happiness tribe. Don't come in here and spam no BS, because you will get blocked. Depending on how bad it is, the block will be permanent or 24 hours. I'm just saying, I don't play. Okay? I want my viewers to be able to focus on the most important messages coming out and not be distracted. And I don't like that I'm even fucking talking to you right now, to be honest, because you're being rude. So let me go back to where I'm at. in your emotional independence. It's not about them. You don't make me happy. If you come or go, you don't make me happy. As a matter of fact, I don't even want you to come right now. I'm just going to chill right here, do what I do, be in my space, be in my vibes. You're like, I love my vibes. My vibes are fantastic. Yeah. And what are you standing on? Because you know your vibes are fantastic. Everybody just want to hold your hand. I want to know your name. Yeah, they want to know your name. Oh, you look so good. I want to know your name. Yes, they do. They want to know your name because you do look so good. Because when you're in this Nine of Cups energy, baby, you're glowing, you're brilliant, you shine like a diamond. Your energy just attracts people. When you walk in the room, they really want to look at you. They really want to talk to you. They really want to meet you. And the only thing you're doing is trying to go get some groceries so you can make yourself some dinner at home, because you don't even want to go sit in a freaking restaurant tonight. You just rather be at home. You know what I'm saying? Your own energy. It's safe here. It's beautiful here. I'm respected here. I'm appreciated here. I'm respected, I'm appreciated, I'm honored, I'm favored, I'm blessed. I love being with me. Okay. Let's see what else we got. King of Swords. This was when you made a decision. This is that period when you were like, what the heck is going on in my world? All this stuff is going on and I don't like what I've been seeing. And this is where you made the decision to check out. This is when you made the decision to get up out there. Thank you, Kat. Kat can vibe with it. She's like, for real. Like, this is where you were like, you know what? I've been giving so much energy to these so-called friends, these so-called lovers, this so-called family, this so-called company, whatever it is, right? And you're just like, why am I giving all this time and energy to all that? And you were like, you know what? I'm finna pull all my energy back. I'm gonna give everything that I gave all the world, and I'm gonna give it to myself. And I'm gonna do it because it feels good and it feels right. And it's okay. It is completely okay. So you made a wise decision because you came through in this decision with the King of Swords energy. That's the top of the intellect. That's the top of the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And the knowledge. Okay. Yeah, you just, and some of you decided to make this move, this transition, this lifestyle change when you cut somebody out too, because I just saw that the King of Swords, they will cut you all the way off. Like block here, block there, block everywhere. And no, you can't come over because the locks are changed, the code is changed. No access granted, right? Let me see some more. Judgment. Listen, you said, I'm finna free myself from all these binds that tie and weigh me down. I'm not doing this no more. What have I been thinking? Where was my head at? Apparently up such and such a booty, because it sure wasn't in my brain. It sure wasn't on my business. I was not minding my business at all. I was minding everybody else's business. You know what? I'm done with this. Forget this. Bump that. It's gotta go. Yeah, and guess what? This time that you're spending alone is ideal because you know what's going to happen is like you're resetting your energy. So this is what a lot of people do. They go through a breakup and then they try to find somebody else's arms to run into. Wrong answer. Because you ain't dealt with yourself yet. You ain't shifted your vibration. So you're more likely to have a repeat situation than a change of situation. And so because you're doing exactly the opposite of that, you're like, you know what? I'm going to go sit with my soul. I'm going to go nourish myself. I'm going to go tend to my needs and just give all the energy back to me. You know what you're attracting in this is the 10 of Cups. That is the epitome. That is the height of satisfaction, of complete joy, of bliss. This is where all the relationships in your life are beautiful. So you could even come out of this with new connections being established. new connections that replace the old connections that feel aligned. So, oh, thank you. That's perfect. Because when you went into the thing that you just walked away from, your elevation wasn't where it is today. So what you were aligned with was lower vibrational than where you are today, because wherever you've been, whether it was a relationship or friendship or a family ship or whatever the fuck kind of ship it was, honey, whichever way it blew the horn, what it did was it caused you to elevate. And so now, as you taking this time and honoring the elevation, learning to adjust to it, sit with it, get to know it, get real personal with your elevation, with your new character, with your new vibration, with your new frequency, with your new mentality, with your new self. Everything and everyone that you're beginning to attract as you move forward is going to be in alignment with that. Anything and everything that you walked away from is something you attracted from a different energy. You were not the same energetically as you are now, because you made your happiness your business, not their business to keep you happy. What do you know? You are going to align with other people who also make their happiness their business, and that's the only way you can reach the 10, which is where we get together, and guess what? It's all good around my hood, baby, is the vibe. And I love this for my tribe. Let me see what else. Queen of Swords, you're just maintaining them boundaries, baby. You've been pondering some things. You've been making some plans. You've been devising your plan to take over the world, Pinky. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I? Because this is the fact of the matter. Is like you're like, okay, I don't have to be so guarded now, but I can be more observant. You might slowly begin to, I see you slowly now beginning to reintegrate into society. It's like, okay, it's been homework, grocery store, gas station for a while. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find a new place to hang out, type of a thing. I'm going to find a class I want to take, or join a group or something like that. Or maybe you're just checking some stuff out online, and that's why you aligned with me tonight. You know what I'm saying? Slowly you're beginning to integrate back into society, but with the new boundaries, with the new standards, with the new expectations for yourself, for what you entertain, for what you give your attention to. Yeah. It's like, if you used to hang out in the bar all the time, well, maybe now you're going to hang out at the meditation group. You know what I'm saying? At the sound bath vibes. Because that's like, they gave me that example because that's literally what I'm doing right now for myself in this energy. What are you doing for yourself in this energy? How are you reintegrating into society, but from a place that has standards that are elevated from what they used to be? I used to spend so many nights in fucking bars. It was crazy, and I don't anymore. I spend nights alone. And that's the energy that I'm seeing here. And that's actually, I'm sure that this reading is vibing for you and resonant for you, and it's for you. But I can see how this reading is totally for me too. And that's what is the magic of the tribe. You know, that's the magic of the tribe. We're part of this love and peace and happiness collective. And our energy, even alone in our home, it flows to one another. It supports one another. It encourages and uplifts one another. Thank you. Because what they're showing me is when you're by yourself, all you have is that mentalism, that energy, that spirit, right? Surrounding you. And there's other ones that are like that too. And so y'all tap in. You get on the same frequency. Now, when you're surrounded by all these different people with all their different frequencies and all their different fucking vibrations, and these are people you've known since you were a kid, and y'all just didn't evolve the same, and they still talking about gangbanging, and you over here talking about the chakras, baby, and spiritual gangbanging, about conquering them demons that been living in your head rent-free your whole life type of shit. It's a whole different conversation. It's a completely different mindset. You know, they dressing to impress, trying to get some Versace and some Gucci and some Fendi and some Prada, and you over here like, listen, I'm dressing for success. You're like, it's not about your label, baby. I'm dressing for my spiritual success. I'm dressing, the energy of my clothes matches my character that I be, and it's not about a label, baby, because I'm a no label type of lady. I heard I'm a no label type of lady. So you could be one of them people that doesn't really identify by a lot of labels. You know, like people will love to hop on my channel. I had the trolls hop on here and call me a witch. You know, they want to figure out what ethnicity I am. I've had people ask me, you know, if I'm spiritual, what do I call myself? And I'm like, I call myself Mel. You know, I'm Melinda. I'm a divine, authentic being. I don't go by labels, right? So you could even be finding your other no label tribe. Like, I don't vibe with the church. I don't vibe with the new age. I don't vibe with the spiritualists. I definitely don't vibe with the Scientologists or the Catholics or none of them. The closest thing I think out there that I personally vibe with is the Buddhists, but not really even that. So it's like, I'm a whole beast of my own. So no, your labels don't work. Okay, so there's that energy. Point is, you're in this energy now, right? You weren't in this energy when you met such and who and all them others that you're no longer. It's like you, I feel like the last time you hung out with them, you were like just sitting back, like paying attention. And I feel like you didn't have too much to say because it's like, I don't want to talk about this. This conversation is retarded. This conversation is pointless. They're not actually discussing anything of interest to me. Talking about what Sephora came out with, and at the Mac counter you can get this, and you know they got this new perfume, and Versace got a new bag, and I don't care about that. You're like, I don't care about this materialistic shit. Not like that. You know, the materialistic shit I care about is that I got a running toilet and a comfortable bed, and my place is clean, and my car works. You know what I'm saying? As far as trying to impress somebody and financially by the label on my back, that's not where it's for me. Y'all talking about some shit I don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And you'll go through phases like this because, you know, before I started hanging in the bars a lot, used to hang with the lowrider scene all the time. I was a lowrider lady for real. Like my identity, it's like you're figuring out what your identity has been wrapped up in that no longer suits you. And it's like, okay, you know how they go in, they buy a house and they remodel the whole house. This is a, what do they call a reconstruction, a deconstruction, a remodeling. It's a complete remodeling of your mentality, of your lifestyle, of your energy. And I'm even hearing for some of you, this is about the food that you eat. Like, you're not even wanting to eat the same type of foods you used to eat, right? Your whole headspace has changed, and so your life is changing. And now as you're attracting this 10 of Cups energy, in this energy that I'm hearing you're stepping into it right now. I see a person who's like mid-stride, right? So let's say you're walking. Well, it's like when this foot lands, honey, you're landing in the new energy. That's what I see. And I'm seeing that in this new energy, like you're really going to love what you're attracting because you took the time to sit with your soul, to be single, to be independent, to take care of home, to take care of your soul, to take care of yourself, to mind your fucking business. And guess what? You're going to align with other people that mind their business. And what do you know? Your business can collab with their business. Your interests align with their interests. And guess what? It's super interesting because I got something to say. You got something to say. We know different stuff and we add all to the pot. And then there's some stuff we both know. And it's like, yes, you know, yay. It's awesome that you know this. I can actually talk to you. I don't have to explain myself. We don't have to look up dictionaries or nothing like that to get the point across. Like, and I'm interested in what you got to say. I'm interested in what you're talking about. You know, it's like, this is like a person who be all up into their cards, and energy like this is aligning with a person who's into spirituality and being a vegetarian type of vibes. Wow, that's an interesting conversation. And you're tasting the food that they make in the vegetarian. Like, wow, if the food always tastes this good, I might actually be able to be a vegetarian. That might be kind of different. That might be, you know what I'm saying? It stimulates your mind, not just your private parts. You know, and somebody here, that's the kind of relations that you have had. They stimulated the private parts. They stimulated your ego. Oh, all my friends drive, you know, Mercedes and Maseratis, and, you know, no, it's not about that. Who cares? None of that stuff matters, you know? I mean, I'm not knocking it. There's nothing wrong. If you drive those cars, that's fine. It's not a problem. But that's not what your identity is the point. Even if I still have my lowrider parked outside, baby, I had that lowrider for so fucking long. But even if you still have your lowrider parked outside, or your Maserati, or your Rolls Royce, there ain't nothing wrong with driving the car. But if your whole identity is wrapped up in that car and other people that are wrapped up in, oh, well, you know, we got to have such and such person over because, you know, they drive a Rolls Royce. Get the fuck out of here. Those are not your friends. They just love your car. They want the clout. You know what I'm saying? If you can drive your Rolls Royce and still give attention to your soul needs, to your personal evolution and soul growth, now you're somebody I want to kick it with. Because I really don't care if you don't even have a car and you Uber or Lyft everywhere. That's fine too. None of that matters to me. What does matter is what your energy look like. Can I talk about the universe, the laws of the universe, the mind mechanics, the soul evolution, shadows, triggers, solutions? Can we talk about that? Because that's what my head is wrapped up on. That's what I'm obsessed with. And I feel like you are. You're obsessed with the self-satisfaction. You're obsessed with being personally self-fulfilled and emotionally stable for yourself. This devil card just screamed at me. Yeah, that's what I'm obsessed with. It's like you want to be the only one to pull your strings. Not upset about this one over here and happy because that one came around and, you know, irritated because of that one over there and what somebody else is doing, what they got going on. Nah, you was like, I want to be the one to pull my strings. And so you got obsessed with that, paying attention to that. And before, maybe you would just like go wherever people called you, you know. Well, come on over. Well, come on over. But the more you will go over, the more you will find it, oh, I'm bored here. This is not entertaining me. I would actually have more fun if I were at home, reading my book, or exercising, or meditating, or listening to an audiobook that's super stimulating, or tuned into the tribe reading. Hello. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you feel that way about me because I feel that way about you. Let me see what else they're going to show us. Yep. Whoever you don't want to be around, oh, they missing your presence, honey. They thinking about you. Wow, I wonder where they're at with their Rolls Royce. Not at your house, baby. Not with you. Not at the bar. Not at the casino. Not at the club. That's not where you at, okay? And again, not to say that you can't go there. Maybe you do go there, but now you're just not going with the people you used to go with, and you just go by yourself. You go to dance. You go to have your drinks. You go to play your machine. Whatever you go for, but you're doing it with yourself. You're not doing it with an entourage. You're not doing it for the clout. You're not doing it for these people that want to come and hang on your energy and see what you all about. You're not doing none of that. You're more focused on you. And the crazy part is people are realizing like, damn, where'd they go? You know, because it ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Yes, exactly. And somebody is like remembering how fun it was when you would come around because your energy, and you would focus on other people intently. Like, you may not have been into what they were talking to, but there was a time before you realized how this has gotten boring. I'm not into this. Where you would, even if it didn't interest you, you would be so attentive. And you can talk about it. Like, you can talk about Sephora and cars and, you know, and the label brand clothes. You can talk about it. It doesn't mean that it really interests you. And so you were engaged with the people you were with because you weren't rude. They love your attention. They love your time. They would love it really too if you would just come back around. But you're not doing that. You're like, no, we're going to keep that boundary right where it's at. Yeah. You're just saying to yourself, like, listen, I can't go back to that anymore. I can't return to that relationship. I don't want to have any more days where I sit on the sofa for 12 hours on our days off and you might say 3 words to me and I try to engage you in conversation and, you know, you're too busy with the TV, the video game, or somebody else and their stuff. Like, I want somebody that wants to be involved with me as much as I like being involved with me. And if they don't feel that way, then I just don't want them. And that's the vibe that I'm seeing here. Let me see some more. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Nine of Pentacles. Love it. This is the second time it came out. You are going to elevate yourself. If they don't want to elevate with you, fine. Let them go. We're not going to restrict anybody's flow, but we are going to discern. Are you in the same type of flow that I'm in? Are we compatible? Do we actually get along? Are we friends? Because if you ain't my friend, you can't be my lover. You know what I'm saying? Do we actually have alignment in our energies, our purpose, our principles, our goals in life to have this much intimacy? And I say no. In these cards, it says no. Yeah. Show me some more. Ace of Pentacles in the chair. Yeah, you moving on. You're going to take care of number one. You're entertaining your star player, not all these other people that are the entourage, right? And you're going to keep doing that. Let me see what else. And the Fool and the Six of Cups. Yeah, you letting go of the past. If it's part of your past, it's going to stay there. We're not resurrecting the past in this. That's it. That's what I see for you. What's at the bottom of the deck here? The Magician. So this whole experience has made you so much more aware of your powers, of your abilities, of what you can do when you use your energy in a way that you're really aligned with. Not for some fake friends, not for a false lover, not for some, you know, disrespectful ass family, you know. You're more now in alignment with yourself than you've ever been, and you're discovering more power. Ah, thank you. They just said, and while you're in this state, one of the things that you're having as an experience is that you're starting to see that you're materializing things faster. You think about it, and it shows up. It could show up on your YouTube, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Twitter, your this, that, WhatsApp, Snapchat. I don't know. It could show up at the store. All of a sudden, they got a special of these items. It's on sale, and what do you know? What you wanted, it's right there. Even the right color. I see somebody wanted some kind of red kitchen appliance. You were thinking, well, maybe I'll get one of these. Maybe it's a blender. And you're like, oh, how cool would it be if they had a red one? It would match the decor in my kitchen, you think to yourself. And what do you know? You go, and it's on sale. And it's a good quality one. It's a brand name you know. And it's the right color. It's even red, you know. Put something in the comments if you were looking for a fucking red blender. I can't even with you because the details be wacky sometimes. But yeah, that's the energy. It's like, you know, this is going to start happening with people. They're saying this is going to start happening with more and more with people. You're going to start meeting other independent people who are not overly obsessed with you because they have their own business to mind too. They're obsessed with their own soul growth and evolution, but that's going to be exactly why y'all enjoy each other's company. And that's that 10 of Cups. It's blossoming for you. And I love to say blossoming because this is in the future position. It is blossoming. This time alone is so fundamental and formational of this 10 of Cups that's coming up. So I do see happiness for you. And there is somebody here that really wish that they could be back in that space. I mean, the way the cards is on the table, she's like, I used to be there. I want to go back. Maybe come back. Nope, that's not happening. She got to go. Let me see what she's going to be replaced with. Just give me one more off the top of the deck. What's she going to be replaced with? She's going to be replaced. Look at this. She's going to be replaced with somebody I want to dance with somebody. Somebody who could get into, you know, the beat with you. Turn the beat around. This is what you had. This is what you're going to have. This sitting like a bump on the log looking sad and just staring off, not participating, is going to be replaced with this Four of Wands energy. This is an energy of, yeah, let's do this together. Yes, this is the energy that it's going to be replaced with. So I love this for you. So thankful and grateful for your beautiful presence. Everything on this channel is collective and timeless. And so if you want a personal reading, you got one question, whatever, look below the video in the description box. There's a fee for all that. But this collective energy, yeah, that's where it's at. That's the meat and potatoes. All right. And most of you who come here and honor the collective energy are going to get your answer anyways. You know, and they're saying, go ahead and give them a yes or no answer. Give them a yes or no answer. So at this time, before I cut out of here and go lay my butt down, they want me to give you a yes or no answer to your personal question. So your soul team, your highest self, your spirit guides, God, whatever you believe in, gonna help you formulate your question in the perfect way so that you receive your perfect answer. Because this is the way it works. I'm going to do this one time. It's going to work for you one time, but it's going to work for all of you this one time. See, because if you ask a question this way or that way, that both answers could be correct. And your soul already asked the question the correct way as soon as you thought about it. So let's see what we have for you. Is the answer yes? Is the answer no? Okay. Is the answer yes? Is the answer no? Hold your question in your mind, and I will give you your answer now. All right. Oh, cards. They said one more shuffle on the table. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no? What's the answer for the tribe? Yes is your answer. The answer is yes, with the Ace of Cups as your yes. And it was the fourth card out. For those of you who want to know what cards came out, the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Then we started off with the Four of Cups. Then we went to the Queen of Swords. Then we had Justice, followed by your yes, which is the Ace of Cups. So your answer to your personal yes or no question is yes. Thank you for reciprocating the energy, at least by giving this video a thumbs up and putting something in the comment. If you're a finisher, you got to this point, put it in the comments. Let me know you're a finisher. For those of you who want to send a love donation, I could use every bit of it, and I will use it wisely, and you'll be blessed for it. But all that information is below the video in the description box. I definitely prefer any of the other accounts, but if you decide you want to do a super chat, that's fine. Also, the next live guided meditation is on Tuesday, November the 18th. I'll be posting that flyer soon in the community tab, so you can check it out there. And until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all.